Hello you guys, what is up? Welcome back. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. If you're looking for a personal reading, I do have personal readings available in my description box. If they're out of stock, please do just feel free to message me on Etsy. It may take me a while to get back to you, but I will eventually get back to you with a time in which I can perform that reading for you. So today's pick a card, you guys, I am so excited because today's pick a card is going to be pick a card about your ideal partner. I want to focus on when you are meeting this person. I see a lot of people in my comment section getting really frustrated about waiting for their partner, waiting for love to come into their life. And I just want to provide a reading today that hopefully will give some clarity to the timeline or the energy in your life around the time in which you're going to be meeting this person. So I'm very excited. Before I show you guys the piles, this is your reminder that tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. So take what resonates, leave what does not resonate behind. Also, you guys, please do keep in mind there's nuance to every conversation. And with that, here's a couple of piles right now. All right, you guys, these are the three piles. We got group 1 with the Angel Aura Quartz Cluster. Ooh. Group 2 with the Rose Quartz, and Group 3 with the Sea Jasper. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to that right now. All right, you guys have now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box where I've left you guys timestamps for when your reading will start. And with that, let's go ahead and get started with today's pick a card. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead and start with the dice. Thackeray just walked in, so if you guys hear him meowing, that is what that is. We have Taurus. And we have Aries. Taurus and Aries, okay? Leo and Virgo. Hello, Leo. Hello, Virgo. Scorpio and Taurus, sister signs. Hello. Taurus, Scorpio. Okay. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys, if your sign didn't pop up, it's really not that deep. The dice are designed for extra, okay? Extra confirmation for those of you who are seeking extra, okay? There are also signs that pop up in the cards, so keep that in mind. I'm using a lot of astrology today as well to pinpoint a time frame in which you will be meeting this person, so keep that in mind. Can I please get a message for group 1? When is group 1? Okay. It's not bad. Okay, guys, I just want to make that super clear. It's not bad. I'm going to actually go ahead and pull oracle cards as well, just so I can for sure get all the messages that need to come out. When are they meeting? I want to fully understand like where this is going before I speak on it. When are they meeting? When? Okay. When are they meeting? There's a lot of Libra energy here as well. So Libra season, you guys, Scorpio season and Libra season, October may be very significant for you guys in regards to when you are meeting this person. I don't know if you guys recently met somebody in the month of October, like this year. If you have not, then I would obviously assume that it's going to be in October that has not yet passed. Can I please, okay, that didn't come out correctly, guys. I'm going to reshuffle that. Can I please, thank you. I want to understand when. Okay, that's honestly so much, but when. All right. We're leaving it there. You guys, the Libra energy that has come up in this pile is insane. So heavy on the early October. Heavy on early October for when you are going to be meeting this person, okay? Please do keep that in mind throughout the reading. I may forget towards the end to reiterate that. So please write it down, keep it in mind, make a mental note. October is going to be important for when you're meeting this person. Okay, we're going to just throw all of this, gently place all of this over in this general direction. Okay. So, with the tarot, we're starting off, you guys, here. I actually want that out of the frame. That's going to be annoying. Okay. Starting off, guys, we do have death, okay? Now, when death is coming into a reading, it's representing an ending. This is not surprising to me because I do oftentimes feel like when we are starting a new chapter in our life, aka a new relationship, it makes sense to me that there would also be an ending in conjunction with that. When one door closes, another opens. This just tends to be how life goes, okay? You can dislike it if you want, but that's kind of just how life goes. Now, going back to what I said about Libra, I am not fully convinced that I'm not convinced that this is a death happening. I'm not convinced that this is like a, oh no, I lost my job, or oh no, I just got out of a relationship. For some of you, it will be, but for others of you, this is going to be, again, representing October. I don't know if this is your birthday month and you're meeting this person on your birthday. I don't know if this is their birthday month, but this feels like a very significant month. October is standing out to me. October, okay? Death is an ending. It's a new beginning, okay? So we're letting go of the old and we are welcoming in the new. Going back, this could also be the new year. Now, again, why am I saying that? Because what is death? Like, death is the end of a chapter. It's the beginning of a new chapter. So another way we could look at this, you guys, is potentially like New Year's, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, 2024, just in general, okay? So death. We also have the Fool here, and the Fool is talking about a new beginning. So again, this is giving me very much the energy of the new year. Now, what I think is interesting is for those of you who are practicing, October is the start of the new year, the end of October. Samhain, this is the new year, right? This is the end of the harvest, and we are starting into our winter. So I just think that this is very interesting that this is all coming out like this. With the Fool energy, I am just seeing this again, you guys, as a new beginning. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me that death is here. Now, I'm speaking to some of you because, again, there's many people watching this, you guys. I have to receive or relay all the messages that are coming through. Springtime may also be significant for some of you. So Taurus season, springtime, spring energy may be really significant. And again, the reason why I'm saying that is because death is here, the ending, the new beginning with the Fool, springtime, okay? Now, for some of you, you met this person in October, you know who I'm talking about. Maybe you two aren't going to make things official until spring. That's, again, just for some of you, not for all of you. Now, getting into the Seeker of Coins, this is talking about moving forward in a manner that is progressive, all right? Moving forward in a manner where we are looking to improve, we're looking to escalate, we are looking to elevate, all right? That is the energy of the Seeker of Coins. So when I see this card, you guys, we're not putting down a diamond and picking up a rock. Like, we are putting down a rock and picking up a diamond. So you are not literally going through a loss. You may be going through the illusion of a loss. And what I mean by that is us as humans, like, we can emotionally attach ourselves to anything. We could emotionally attach ourselves to the worst human beings in the entire world. And like, it is what it is. Like, that's just how we are as humans. But you're not literally losing anything that is of value. You are only elevating and improving your love life from here on out. There is no losses. Any loss is a win. If you guys are dating someone right now, or you're talking to someone and you're like, oh, I don't know how it's going to go, or they don't really seem to be interested in me anymore, guess what? That's literally not a loss. You are winning. You just don't see it that way right now. You're not perceiving the future. You're not understanding that, like, letting this person go, excommunicating from this person and being like, you're done, you're out, we're not doing this anymore. It is in your best interest to do this, okay, you guys? So when I see this come up, keep in mind, you are not losing anything. You are elevating your life. Anything that you are losing is not a loss, it's a win. We have the Sovereign of Swords. This is the Queen of Swords. This is talking about independence. Also, we're not putting up with that BS anymore, okay? I hear too many girlies, and maybe this is just me and my personal life. not me directly, but the people in my personal life, and I'm not talking about one particular person. If anybody in my personal life is watching this, I'm not talking about, if you think it's you, I can guarantee you there's 2 other people that it is, okay? Because essentially almost every person in my life is in a situation where they are putting up with too much they shouldn't be putting up with. And when I see this is really the energy of like standing up for yourself, respecting yourself, advocating for yourself, and setting boundaries, saying, I'm not putting up with your lying, cheating. I'm not doing it. Okay, we are not dealing with that. Like, it's not cute, it's not funny, like, you can't communicate properly, I don't like that, it's unattractive. Your disgustingness is gross. Like, I'm grossed out by your lack of communication. I'm grossed out by your lack of your ability to stay faithful or to be honest or to be forthcoming. Like, that's gross. Okay, it's not attractive. This is independence, guys. Okay, that is what this card is saying. You are standing on your own and you're not putting up with bull. We have the Conqueror of Wands. This is passion, okay? So you guys, again, you're not giving up anything that is worth keeping. I want you guys to keep that in mind during this cycle of winter, during this cycle of death, during the cycle of being alone. You are not losing out. You're not missing out on anything. You have not lost something. You are exactly where you should be. Your passions, I feel like in this next chapter, are going to be heightened. And I feel like around the time that you are meeting this person, you're on your own. You're finding things that you're interested in. You are going out and doing things that you love doing. You're behaving in a manner that is very focused on how can I make my life the best life that I can make it. The Conqueror of Wands is all about seeing what you want, understanding what you want, and putting energy towards getting it, okay? And being excited about that. Now, you are going to have a lot of weight on your shoulders at the time in which you are meeting your ideal partner, you guys. I'm sorry again about that, Gray. But just to keep it a buck, like, if you want to be successful, if you want to be happy, if you want to have a full life oftentimes comes with a lot of responsibilities, with a lot of stuff on your plate, right? Like, that's just what it is. It is what it is. The 10 of Wands is not a bad card. It's just talking about weight, stress, potentially burdens, right? But responsibilities aren't always a bad thing. It's just saying you're having your plate is full at the time in which you are meeting your ideal partner, okay? You want to come up here? Okay, you got to be well behaved. We have the 8 of Wands, you guys. This is fast-paced, fast-moving energy. Okay, so it's very possible for a lot of you who picked pile 1 that when you meet this person, things are developing really quickly, or your feelings are developing rather immediately. And I don't want to say that you're getting into a relationship with this person quickly, because that's not necessarily the energy that I get with this, but it's more so of an understanding of like, oh, like, I really like this person. I'm really intrigued by this individual. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into, maybe I should stop this and like reorganize this. Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, again, a lot of this is going to be astrology. The first card we'll talk about is the conjunction. This is a union merging and coming together. So I look for cards like this, you guys, when we're doing readings such as, you know, when are you meeting your ideal partner? I look for cards like this because to me, this is confirmation that we are on the right track. We are talking about the person that you are idealizing or the person that you envision as your next partner, somebody who possesses the qualities that you find desirable. Now, I want to make it super clear, you guys, the people who picked this pile, it's not that you all have the same ideal partner. It's not that you all have the same exact date that you're meeting this person. But I do believe the energy around like when you're meeting them is going to be very similar for all of you who picked this pile. I also think the progression of this relationship or the seriousness of this relationship is going to vary for all of you. But I think, again, the timeline or the energy of the timeline is what we are truly going to be focusing on. We have move forward and defend self. So I do think that you guys are taking an active role in your love life at the time in which you are meeting this ideal partner. I do think that you are taking an active role at the time in which you are engaging in this relationship. Okay, you guys, I don't think that you are taking a back seat when it comes to love. I don't think that you are going to be lying down and just saying like, oh, like, he's cheating on me, it's fine, it is what it is. Like, no, like, again, I do feel like you guys are taking very much control of your love life. You're going to be in a position of power, and I don't mean that like with your career, but I mean that in regards to your dating life. Like, you are holding the cards, okay? And I also feel like you guys are taking action. I always get so frustrated when I hear people say that they want to be in a relationship, but then they're literally doing not a single thing to get into a relationship. And it's like, do you want to FedEx him to your house? Like, I don't know. What do you want the universe to do? Like, you gotta give it a little effort. You gotta put in a little something. Anyways, we have Trine. This is angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So see, guys, there is angelic support here when it comes to this meeting, but that does not mean, again, that this person is going to be FedExed or Amazoned to your house. You still have to go outside. You still have to put yourself on dating apps. You still have to go out. You still have to make friends so then you can meet new people. You still have to do things, okay? The universe is more than willing to help, but you gotta show that this is something you really want. Because in reality, like, let's be for real, when you really want something, you're gonna figure out how to do it. And if you don't figure out how to do it, you don't really want it that gosh dang bad. And again, there's nuance to every conversation. Please don't twist and construe my words. We have the second house. This is physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Again, self-worth is playing a major role for you guys, group number one, in regards to your personal energy when you are meeting this person. You are not devaluing yourself around the time that you're meeting this person. Like, you understand what you want, what you don't want in a person. You have a clear vision and a clear understanding of who you are and what it is that you need in a relationship to make you happy. Now, I'm not saying that there is a need to be overly critical of other humans or overly like picky or choosy or blah, 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 but I'm saying that you understand what you need as an individual to be happy, okay? So the second house. Also, there may be upgrades again with your finances, and the reason I'm saying that is we do have that Seeker of Coins, which is the page of the Page of Pentacles, which is representing leveling up with money. So we have Libra here as well. This is consideration, fairness, and harmony. So this relationship is going to be one that is balanced, one that is an equal give and take, one where you both are showing up, one where you both are putting in effort, one where you both are showing interest. That is another thing I oftentimes see with a lot of people who are craving a relationship. They tend to chase people who very clearly do not want them. If somebody wants you, they will make it abundantly clear that they want you. And if they don't, and it's like they don't have the capacity to show how they feel, that person has work that they need to do, and you don't need to be in a relationship with somebody who is still trying to figure themselves out and like what they need to do on their own self journey. We have Neptune, and this is sacrifice, okay? So when I see sacrifice showing up in a reading, Neptune. When I see Neptune showing up in a reading, I do associate this with spirituality, but I also do associate this with things being a bit confusing and having a bit of confusion in your love life, okay? Not being able to see things clearly. There's not a clear path forward for this group. I don't think there's a clear path forward for anybody, but I think for this group specifically, there is a bit of haze around your love life and how things are going to evolve. There's a reason for that. Trust the process, you guys. I feel like when it comes to Neptune and Neptune energy coming into a reading, I think there's no point in trying to fight it. I think there's no point in trying to be like controlling of how you're going to meet somebody. Don't fall in love with the path of how you get to the love of your life. I think what's far more important is making sure that when you do meet somebody that you two are compatible and the relationship is healthy and strong. I don't think you need to fall in love with the idea of how am I meeting this person? Like, I want to meet them in a field of flowers, or I want to meet them at a cute little coffee shop and they come up to me and comment on my jacket. Like, no, like, stop falling in love with the idea of how you guys are meeting. That is literally the least important part of the relationship, is how you met. Maybe not the least important part, but it's like, it's not going to make or break the relationship. So that should not be what is important to logistically anybody. Realistically. I'm sorry, guys. That Thackeray purring on my chest is making me so like, I want to like go snuggle and cuddle up and go to sleep. Anyways, 7th house, partners. We also have Mercury, the mind. Now, if I'm just, again, keeping it a buck, Mercury, the mind, the 7th house. What is Mercury, guys? Mercury is, this is communication. This is communication. This is also the energy of online energy. Why is this online energy? Because again, this is communication. How do we communicate in 2023? Oftentimes people communicate using Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc., etc., etc. Okay, we can keep going. Point is, dating apps, 7th house. Okay. Now, I don't know if you guys have pigeons and you're like sending out letters through pigeon. If you're doing that, congratulations. Maybe you're gonna meet this person through a letter. But for most of you, there could be an energy here of talking to this person online. Could be meeting this person in an educational environment. The reason, again, I'm saying that, Mercury, the mind, communication, learning things, education may play a role. Now, the 7th house is just talking about a union. So again, I am envisioning that, you guys, as confirmation that we're talking about the person that you are looking at as like, oh, this is my ideal partner. Let's go ahead and continue. We have beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. This could just be a description of who this person is. Perhaps this is a description of how you're feeling around the time that you're meeting this person. We also have a foundation. This is established family and security, which I think is interesting because we have an emotional storm as well. And this is turmoil's unstable and affected. So these are two very, very different cards, right? They are literally the polar opposite. We have stability, or we have security, and instability. So with that, I'm feeling like we are making the move, we're making the transition from feeling extremely emotionally unstable. We're feeling perhaps a bit like we are dealing with a lot of internal turmoil, a lot of emotional storms. I do feel like that death is playing a role in us reestablishing a strong foundation in our lives. And then we have a second chance. This is a reconciliation, making amends, and opportunity. For a lot of you, I think that this is a second chance at love and not a second chance with an ex. For some of you, if you are still in love with your ex, or your ex is still in love with you, or if you guys were separated due to means that are not involving cheating, abuse, lying, any type of foolery, then perhaps there is a second chance for you guys. If any of those are or did take place in your previous relationship, I'm not going to suggest you partake in that again. So moving forward, we have Libra. This is the idealist. It says harmonious, cooperative, balanced, socially aware, people-pleasing, fair, idealistic, aesthetic, choosy, aspirational, geometric, graceful, considerate, obliging, indecisive, judgmental, flattering. So again, this is physical beauty, you guys, with Libra. So there's physical attraction between the two of you. That's obviously playing a role in the timeline in which you guys are meeting. But again, October. Like, the message I'm getting is October. I'm getting October energy and I'm getting spring energy. We have Aries here. This is radical. I'm not seeing this again as a timeline, this specific card. I'm seeing this as your internal state. And the reason I'm saying that is because the other cards here are also confirming that. We have active. This is self-starting, daring, fierce, assertive, fiery, exhilarating, innocent, on a mission, bossy, driving, sparky, courageous, selfish, macho, impulsive, argumentative, and competitive. I think that you guys are going to be in a state of being more bold, in being more, perhaps, I don't want to say radical, because radical seems extreme to me, like that just seems very dramatic, but I feel like you guys are going to be in this essence of the Aries energy. Like, I see something, I'm going to go after it. I am creating the life that I want to live. I'm focusing on what makes me happy, how to thrive on my own, how to make myself smile, how to bring abundance and happiness into my life. That's the energy I get with Aries. And then again, we have the 4th house of the roots. This is family, home, background, comfort, cooking, inner world, real estate, shelter, self-care, rejuvenation, habits, and shells. So again, you guys, I am really envisioning this for you guys as like going from a state of feeling very unstable and then feeling extremely, extremely peaceful internally and externally. It feels like there is a makeover taking place in your guys' life. Again, on the outside, but also on the inside. It feels like we are at a place where there's more peace. And going back to all the Libra energy that's here, remember, you guys, Libra is the scales. Libra is balance, okay? Libra is justice. So what is that representing? That is representing an energy of you guys being in a state of mind, you guys being in a place in your life where things are feeling very, very balanced, very equal, very at peace, okay? So again, October for the date, and feeling internally very peaceful, externally very peaceful and balanced. I also feel like we are having so much stability happening in our life. There's elevation taking place as well, specifically financially for a lot of you. I'm sorry if you guys hear puppies in the background. I have a cute little husky and German shepherd next door. We have marriage. All right. So for a lot of you guys who are watching this, your ideal partner is somebody that you're going to marry, right? For me, if you are somebody that's dating me and you're like, oh, I don't want to get married, or I don't believe in like monogamy, like you're not my ideal partner. Like, I'm not attracted, like that automatically, like dried up. Nope. Ew. Gross. Not for me. Now, if you don't want to get married, I'm not saying you're gross. I'm just saying, you know, we wouldn't be dating, which is fine. We can be besties. But with this, I'm essentially seeing this as for a lot of you who pick this pile, like you are wanting somebody who's going to offer you that monogamy, who's going to offer you that stability, who's going to offer you that symbolic gesture of I am choosing to do life with you, the good and the bad. Now, again, obviously, you guys, that is not going to be for all of you. I respect everybody's personal choices that they want to make in their life. If you don't want to get married, that's fine. Maybe you just want a partner who's going to commit themselves to you in a way that's very stable. The card we have here, you guys, is High Honor. So again, let's connect it back to the Seeker of Coins. This is a level up, all right? You guys are leveling up in your life at the time in which you're meeting your ideal partner, which honestly makes sense, right? Like really think about it, you guys. If you have an ideal, if you have a vision of what you want to, or who you want to be with, the kind of person you want to attract, do you also possess those qualities? Because would somebody who is your ideal be attracted to you as you currently are? Now, that's not to say the answer is no. I'm not telling you the answer is no. Perhaps some of you are already in a position in your life where you do feel like you are the best version of yourself, or you do feel really proud of yourself, and that's going to look differently for everybody. Again, please do not twist my words. I'm not painting one particular picture. That is going to look different on every single individual who's watching this, who's consuming this. But I do believe that you guys are going to be at your own personal point in your life where you're feeling really good and you're feeling really proud of yourself, which is then going to enable you to attract your ideal partner, okay? And I also want to make it clear, guys, when we're talking about ideal, that does not mean specific, okay? That means somebody who has these qualities that I like, somebody who has this general aesthetic that I like, somebody who possesses the qualities that I would want in a long-term partner. I'm not talking about a specific person or a celebrity. I want to make that super clear. We have a family room, okay, guys? Now, again, there's stability in your life. This is mental stability, physical stability. We are no longer in that emotional storm at the time in which you're meeting this person, which again, if your ideal partner is not somebody who is dealing with a lot of emotional volatility, it would make sense that you would also be in a position where you're not dealing with a lot of emotional volatility. Because at the end of the day, birds of a feather, you know, they flock. We've got occupation. So again, group number one, I just feel like your occupation at this time in your life is going to be of very much importance. That may be where your focus is at when you meet this person. You may not even be focusing on love. You may be very work oriented when you meet your ideal partner. It's also possible that you are just obtaining more accolades when it comes to work and your professional life. So that is fun. We have community. This is making more friends, building a really strong community, a really fulfilling life outside of your romantic partnerships. I think this is also something that's really important, you guys. Now, maybe community does not mean like you have friends that you are hanging out with every day. Maybe community for you is starting like a TikTok account, or starting an Instagram account where you can build a community of people who are like-minded, who support you and love you, and etc., etc. Maybe this is you guys joining some type of class, some type of art class, pottery, yoga. Maybe you guys want to be horse girlies and you want to go ride some horses and gallop in the fields. That could be a community. Like, a community doesn't need to be one thing. Again, it doesn't need to be one specific thing. It could be an array of things. But I see this as you guys feeling supported outside of your romantic relationships. Could even be spending more time with your family, friends that you currently have as well. We have message again, unless you guys are over here with some pigeons and if you got some owls in your back barn and you're sending messages that way, I really just view this as like communication via the internet, okay, or via your phone, the apps, things like this. So that may be playing a major role in the timeline, maybe when you are opening yourself up to meeting people in ways that are non-traditional. That may be when you're meeting them. We have Libra again. So again, October, guys, October. I'm going to pull from the bowl in a little bit to see if I can get a year, but October seems hella significant for the vast majority of you. Okay, I don't know if you're a Libra, if this person's a Libra, if there is somebody here who's a Scorpio, but October. Again, I've already spoken so much about this. There's balance that's happening within you, and this makes sense when we're trying to attract somebody who we would say is our ideal. It makes sense that we would again possess qualities that are attractive, right? We have the 5th house of passion, and I've already said this as well, you guys. I do, with that Knight of Wands that showed up in the tarot, I do feel like you guys are engaging or indulging more in your passions and your personal desires, in your personal, like your personal interests, right? We have the Ascendant, and this is entrance. All right, this is physical appearance. This is your personality on the outside. I do see this as a personal, I see this as the way that you are viewing this person physically upon meeting. I think that you two complement each other very nicely. Like Ken and Barbie, right? Like when you look at Ken and Barbie together, and I know like Barbie's not into Ken, right? Like I get it. But when you look at them aesthetically, like that looks nice. They look like they would be together. I'm seeing the Ascendant, especially with all the Libra energy here. I feel like you two may either be very much like a yin and yang type vibe, right? Where it's like you look very, right, your opposites, but together it looks very nice. Now, getting into, we have the North Node and the South Node, you guys, which I think is interesting. Don't let your past hold you back. The South Node, step out of your comfort zone. The North Node. The North Node's very uncomfortable. The South Node is very comfortable, guys, okay? So what is this telling you? This is telling you that you're going to have to let go of your comfort zone at the time in which you meet this person, which again, what I was saying in the beginning, people expect FedEx to like ship them their husbands, and like that's just not the vibe. That's just not reality. I wish we could Amazon them, but we can't. So you have to step out of your comfort zone. I think that's the baseline of what needs to take place in order to have this meeting occur. Don't let pride get in your way. A full moon in Leo. I do, again, oftentimes feel like there are a lot of people in the world who have a vision in their mind of like what they want or how they want to meet their partner, how they want to meet their husband or their wife. And that ideal image in your mind of how you're meeting the person, you're missing the actual important part, which is the context of the relationship and who that person is and how your guys' relationship is going to be. In reality, any substantial relationship, any long-term real relationship, like how you meet that person is literally the least important part about that relationship. How I met my current partner is literally, I think, the least interesting thing about our relationship. It's the least important thing about our relationship. Like I could give a less flip about how he and I met. It's just not relevant literally whatsoever. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead, guys, and see if we can get a year for you in regards to when you're meeting this person. Can I please get a time for when group number 1 is meeting their ideal partner? We have bushy brows. Let's get that a little more clear. Bushy brows. Strong nose. Full face. Okay. We have September, which, what is that, guys? The end of September is what? Libra season. All right. So we're expanding from October to the end of September to the end of October. We have slim in build. We have May. So some of you may be watching this person in May. Maybe your birthday's in May and that's confirmation for you. Maybe this person's birthday's in May. We have fire as well. Again, there's a lot of indications here connected to passion. We have vacation. We have curiosity. Rosy cheeks. And we have social. Okay. Social media, a social event, take it however you want. Regardless, Stepping out of your comfort zone is playing a role in how you're getting to the point of when you're meeting this person. I also think, again, you guys are going to be at a place in your life where you have dealt with already a lot of your baggage, or a lot of the things that perhaps were hindering you in previous relationships, or just previously in life in general. I do think you're going to be at a really, really good spot, a really positive spot in your life when you meet this person, and you are going to feel adequate in this relationship with this person. Because you guys, like, you can meet your ideal person, you can meet the most perfect person in the entire world, but if you don't feel good about yourself, you're not going to feel good enough for them, and you're going to cause chaos in the relationship. That just is what it is. So good news is you guys are not going to feel that way. You're going to feel great about yourself. You're going to feel worthy, and this person's going to feel worthy. And I feel like this is going to be a really healthy relationship because you guys have done the work, and it seems like this person has also done the work. So I'm very excited for you guys. Remember, end of September, October feels like a significant month. Unfortunately, I didn't get a year, but I hope this was helpful, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm sending you love, and that's all I got. So bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. Cancer and Virgo. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Virgo. Aquarius and Leo. Hello. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Leo. Libra. Sagittarius. Okay. I'm not going to get up and get that and start all over. We're going to just move forward. Okay. So, when is group number 2 going to be meeting? When is group 2 meeting? When is... Okay, I need one more. When is group... Okay. So here's the thing, group number 2. I'm going to go ahead and give you a synopsis of what all these cards are saying to me, like the initial message that I'm getting, and then I'll break them down for you. So I'm seeing something that has hurt you, okay? Something that has severely, severely damaged you emotionally, mentally, internally damaged, okay? And I'm almost seeing like a vengeful streak. Maybe I shouldn't call it vengeful because that's not the way that all of you are going to react, or all of you did react to this hurt, to this pain. But there's this streak of essentially staying in a pattern, staying in a cycle. This could manifest in going out, drinking, having friends with benefits, not wanting commitment, avoiding love, wanting to spend more time with your friends. This could come in the form of putting all of your energy towards work, towards your education. Not saying any of these things are bad, you guys, but it seems like there's something that hurt you, or something that severely disappointed you, that led to a cycle that was, I don't want to even call it destructive because it's not necessarily destructive, but in a cycle that prevented you from finding love, okay? Whatever that cycle may be. Again, work, going out, drinking, spending more time with friends, not putting any effort towards love, only seeking non-commitment, or people who you know don't have the ability to commit to you. I almost feel like there is going to be a releasing of all that, a freeing of all that, and we are becoming more emotionally mature. We're becoming more emotionally self-aware of like where we are at internally. And I feel like you guys are going back to your roots at the time in which you are meeting your ideal partner. So let's go ahead and break this down now. We have the 3 of Swords. This is the pain. This is the hurt that I was talking about. I don't know who did this to you guys, group number 2. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, this is an ex-boyfriend. This is an ex-girlfriend. This could literally be your father. This could be your mother. This could be somebody who was abusive towards you. I have no idea who this was. I have no idea what event caused this hurt and pain, but this is hurt and pain. That is what I know, okay? The Hanged Man and the 8 of Swords is representing the trapped cycle, okay? The trapped cycle that you guys are in. And in between the Hanged Man and the 8 of Swords, again, the trapped cycle that you guys are in, we have the 3 of Cups and the Sovereign of Coins. Now, the 3 of Cups is talking about going out and having fun with your friends, celebrating. There is nothing wrong with this, you guys, but it does not give me the energy of commitment. And again, it makes a lot of sense to me that you would experience a really difficult time in your life and then avoid commitment or want to focus more on having fun. and celebrating life. I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I want to make that super clear, especially if it's like for a season of your life. I think that it's completely understandable and appropriate. The Sovereign of Coins, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with focusing on your career or focusing on your education and wanting to get your money up, wanting to build yourself financially or with your education to create stability. I think everybody should do this. I think this is a healthy thing to do. So again, nothing wrong with this. The only thing that I'm seeing that I would say is wrong with this is the fact that it is in between the Hanged Man and the Eight of Swords. So it feels to me that there's this energy of avoidance. Now, for some of you, you're gonna be like, no, Cenus, like I want a relationship. I've tried. But like, what kind of people are you pursuing? And this is not to shift the blame on you, but are you going after people, men, women who are in relationships? Are you going after men, women who literally tell you to your face, like, I don't want a relationship? And you're like, oh, okay, but they're treating me like they want a relationship. It doesn't matter if they're treating you like that. If they said they didn't want a relationship, you need to take that at face value. So what I'm seeing in the cards, you guys, is hurt, pain, and then subconsciously or consciously, we are making decisions that I don't want to say is pushing love away, but is not welcoming in or creating an environment that love can flourish, okay? So that is what I'm seeing with all of that. Now, again, moving on, we do have this Queen of Cups. Now, I'm so sorry. This is the King of Cups. I'm sorry about the cough. The King of Cups, you guys, is emotional maturity. Okay. So I don't want to paint this as like you guys are being emotionally immature, because that's not what I'm saying. But I do think that there is a lot of emotional growth that's taking place for you guys during this time, during this season. I think there's a lot of emotional growth. I think there's a lot of emotional, an energy of letting go, an energy of releasing, an energy of like moving forward, moving on. That is the vibe that I'm getting here with this Ruler of Cups, okay? So when I see this, this is telling me that, again, you guys are escaping this cycle, and it's going to be a different timeline for all of you of when you're escaping the cycle, but I need you to know that this cycle, this avoidance cycle, or this cycle of continuing to engage with people who've made it clear that they don't want relationships, or continuing to chase after people who are in relationships, that is you subconsciously choosing to not have a healthy relationship, or not have a substantial relationship. Also, if somebody is in a relationship and the reason I'm touching on this is because I feel very strongly that there is somebody here who is like, oh, well, I always end up like attracting people who are in relationships. That's a problem. And I think that that's something that we need to address internally, because there's nothing more unattractive to me than a man in a relationship who's like flirting with me. Like, if you're in a relationship and you're flirting with me, you're literally the most disgusting human being that's ever existed in life. And I could not be more repulsed. So that's an internal issue. Again, emotional maturity coming in that I think that needs to be addressed. I know that message is not for very many of you, but there is somebody here who needed to hear that. We have the Six of Cups, okay, guys? And the Six of Cups is talking about, again, going back to the past. I don't think this is an ex coming in for literally, I'm going to say like 98% of you. I do not think this is an ex. So if you think you're like, oh, well, it's me. If your ex wants you back and it ended on terms that were not toxic, then perhaps that's the case. However, I think for the vast majority of you, this is talking about getting back to your roots. This is talking about getting back to who it is that you were prior to this hurt and this pain. Now, how are we going to do that? For all of you is going to be different. Some of you, this is going to require therapy. Some of you, this is going to require a lot of self-reflection, reading, talking to other people, recognizing toxic patterns within yourself. Seems like a lot of shadow work. Seems like a lot of shadow work is going to be going on in order for us to get out of the cycle, in order for us to grow on an emotional level, which is fine, right? We all have shadow work that we need to face. So that is what I got. I want to go ahead and see actually if I can get one more tarot card for you guys, see if I can get anything in between the two of these cards, the Eight of Swords and the Ruler of Cups, to see how it is that you guys are going to have or receive that wake-up call, because it does seem very much like a wake-up call is occurring around the time that you are growing on an emotional level, which is leading you again to your ideal partner. A breakthrough. Okay, I feel like that is the most like clear cut, just plain straight to the point. Like, you're gonna have a breakthrough, which is what I already seen there. To me, this is just confirmation that there is a breakthrough happening. I don't know what's going to cause this breakthrough, you guys. I'm not seeing what's causing this breakthrough. I just seen that in between the Eight of Swords and the Ruler of Cups, it seemed to me that there was some type of shift mentally and emotionally. This is just confirmation that that breakthrough is occurring. So let's go ahead and move on to the Oracle cards. Can I please get a message for change? You have to be open to change. You have to be open to let go. Okay, some of you are really angry with your parents. Some of you are really angry with your father specifically, or with an ex. I don't want to tell you to let it go. I don't want to tell you to get over it, because that's not my place. And I understand, like, being hurt, it's so much easier to just be like, get over it, than it is to actually like get over it, right? So I'm not here to tell anybody that you need to get over anything, but I am saying that your anger, or the cycles that you are refusing to recognize, is playing a massive role in your inability to move forward, okay? It feels like we're in a cycle that needs to sincerely be addressed. We have mutable. This is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. It says surrender, fluidity, welcoming in change. There are cycles, group number 2, that must be broken. If you think that you can attract your ideal partner, if you think you can attract your ideal, I'm not saying you can't attract anybody. I'm not saying you can't attract, Josh down the street. But if you are wanting to attract your ideal partner, the person that you want to be with, there's definitely cycles that have to be broken. There's definitely change that we have to invoke, okay? That seems very clear to me. I feel like in the last pile I was really picking up on a specific month. I'm not so sure that I'm picking up on that here. I'm going to see if I can extract like a year, a day, or a month that stands out to me. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. I can only give you what comes up, guys. We have the 10th house. This is structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Okay, so for a lot of you who picked this pile, like, this is where your focus is going. And I don't think that this is as destructive as the other path, because there's definitely a group of people here who have chosen a very destructive path. And again, I'm not here to judge. I think that it makes sense. Like, how you respond to trauma is not like for anybody to judge, right? It's 100% understandable that you can go through pain, you can go through heartache, and you can act out like you're human. It's fine. But I do think that there are a lot of you who chose a different path, who chose to turn your hurt and your pain into, I don't want to say power, but you chose to turn it into a driving force to push you towards your goals, to push you towards your aspirations, and you threw all of your eggs into the basket of your career or into the basket of your education. And I don't think that that is necessarily a negative thing, but there's going to come a time where you have to redistribute your energy to a place in which you then have the ability to also focus on love and relationships, okay? Because I feel like for those of you where you have thrown all of your energy into your career, this isn't going to be helpful when it comes to your personal life, okay? But again, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I want to make that super, super clear. We have the South Node, and this is destined to release, okay? The South Node destined to release. Letting go of things isn't easy, guys. Again, I am not here to judge people. I'm not here to tell someone like, you need to get over this or you need to deal with your trauma. You do what you want to do at your own time, in your own fashion. I support anyone on their journey who's just doing their best. Like, I believe most of us are not bad people. Most of us are just little humans trying our absolute best. So if you're trying your best, I'm proud of you. If it takes longer than what you want or what you were originally anticipating, if you feel like you're still not at the place in which you can, I'm sorry, I just thought somebody came into my house. If you think that you're still not at the place in which you can release this hurt and this pain, that's okay, but I want you to start looking at ways into which you can eventually get to the point where you can see yourself letting that go, okay? Because again, like the way I'm seeing this, it's like you're trapped in a box, you're trapped in a wall, you're trapped in a cycle. And that cycle is what's preventing you guys from moving forward in a manner that's productive in regards to your love life, in regards to your romantic life. And I feel like without getting out of that box, without getting out of those barriers, it's not going to change. Like it's not going to evolve. Sure. Let's go ahead. Okay. Man. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this because this is the happiest card that's come out. And I don't personally love this the most because it does indicate a bit of not having clarity on your love life. Obviously, like Neptune is a very spiritual planet. It's connected to the spiritual realm and Pisces and our subconscious mind and just things that are a little bit not crystal clear. So when I see this come into a reading, it's just telling me that your love life moving forward is not going to be crystal clear. This I think also popped up for the last pile. I don't love seeing that here because it's just telling me that things are very uncertain. Oh, we have retrograde and this is review. Again, I do think that there is an energy of like going back to our past, and this is not an X. I want to make that mega clear. This is not an X. I think that this is revisiting something within ourselves, again, that was broken, healing from that and moving forward. Okay, you guys, we, I don't know which one to pick now. Okay. Love you the most, Scorpio. Hello. Investigate. All right. Maybe this is us investigating what is going on internally that's causing us to maintain this cycle, this pattern. For those of you who have never been in a relationship or you've had very limited experience in relationships and you're like, I'm not in a pattern. Not having experience in a relationship or having limited experience in a relationship doesn't necessarily mean that you are not partaking in a pattern as well. Okay. Everyone can be in a cycle and a pattern. It doesn't need to mean that you are constantly dating like trash bag people. It just means that there is a repetitive cycle that is needing to be broken in order for us to free ourselves. With Scorpio, this is death. This is rebirth. This is purging. This is renewing. This is also intuition. This is the underworld. It's also connected to the groin and things like that. So for those of you, again, who have partaken in like friends with benefits type of relationships, again, I'm totally in support of people doing what makes you happy, as long as you're being safe and honest. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like there's definitely a need to address certain things that we are doing when we are engaging with others. It's playing a role as to why we are not finding our ideal partner. We have Pluto here, and this is rebirth. So obviously I do believe that there is a rebirth taking place in your guys' love life when you meet your ideal partner. I think that this is necessary for there to be a rebirth. I don't think that you can meet this person any other way. And then we have Saturn. Ugh. And I don't know, guys, as somebody I'm currently going through my Saturn return, and I'm gonna tell you something, it's rough, okay? If you have not gotten there yet, strap up, because it's a time. Saturn doesn't come to play, all right? It makes sense that the ruler of cups is here. It makes sense that the king of cups is here, because the king of cups is grown as hell. He is a mature man, okay? He is not somebody who's going to be immature. He's not somebody who's going to play games. He's not somebody who is messing around with tomfoolery. He's a very, very mature person. Saturn will do that to you, okay? Saturn will force you to grow up. Saturn will force you to look at your own trash, to look at your own garbage and say, go clean that up. And if you don't, then you're going to sit in it. Like, you can't just keep ignoring it. You're going to sit in it or you're going to fix it. That's Saturn, okay? There's no getting around this. There definitely needs to be change in regards to the patterns, guys, okay? All right. I'm sorry this is so heavy. I wasn't expecting this to be such a brutal reading. Can I please... Oh, thank you. Oh my God, this feels so much better. That makes me so happy. Oh, I feel like I can like breathe. Okay. We have commitment here. This is marriage, promises, and fidelity. So this showed up as well in the last pile. Again, I'm going to give you guys the same little spiel. If you are wanting commitment, which I'm assuming most of you who picked today's reading to watch, to indulge in, I'm assuming that you want real commitment. I'm assuming that you want a genuine connection. I obviously know that's not for all of you, again, nuance. But in order to get this, you guys, there is a need for you to change your patterns. There is a need for you guys to break out of that cycle, to heal what has hurt you. It's not because you're not worthy of love right now as you are. I don't want you guys to take it that way. But if you go into a relationship and you are still dealing with your past traumas or your past pain, and this is not always the case, again, you guys, nuance, but oftentimes you're going to bleed onto the person that you're in a relationship with, and that's going to damage the relationship, okay? And again, nuance to every conversation. I'm aware that's not always the case. However, if you want to give your relationship the best shot, it is in your best interest for you to be the best version of yourself. It's in your best interest for that relationship, for you to be in a place where you are happy and healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically, all of that, right? That you have healed what has been hurting you, that you have moved on from the shackles that you were once in. That is important for the interest of the health of your relationship, okay? And also for the other person as well, for them to be in that state as well. I'm sure you guys don't want to be with somebody who's still stuck on the fact that their ex like broke their heart and their mom abandoned them. Like, obviously these are things that are awful and sad, but it's like to bring that into a relationship in a manner that's not just like, oh, this is what happened to me, but in a manner that's going to negatively impact the relationship. That's not good for anybody involved, right? We have the divine feminine. This is yin feminine energy. Okay, so what does this yin feminine energy talk about? This is talking about receiving. This is talking about intuition. This is talking about sitting back and allowing the universe to give to you. Sitting back and allowing yourself to get comfortable in your feminine energy. Most of my audience is straight women, so I'm assuming that this is for the majority of my audience who's watching this, who again are straight women. If you are not part of that category, not saying this card's not for you. I'm just going to use this in a very plain way. This is feminine energy, embracing your feminine energy. For a lot of you who are watching this, again, this is the energy that you need to tap into to find your ideal partner, okay? If you are wanting somebody who is going to be your masculine partner, your masculine half, you have to obviously embrace this feminine half. And, you know, this can also go for like people who are in the LGBTQ. If this, again, does not apply to you, that is fine. Nuance. Again, we're speaking to the majority. We have pride here. This is arrogance, ego, and stubborn. So pride is what keeps you in a pattern, right? When you refuse to recognize your own downfalls, when you refuse to recognize your own faults, when you refuse to recognize that, like, it can't be everybody else. Like, at some point you got to look in the mirror and say, okay, this keeps happening to me. Pourquoi? Like, what am I doing? Why do I keep experiencing the same types of relationships? What is wrong with me? What am I doing? So do not allow your pride to hinder you from growing. We have peace. This is balance, harmony, and friendship. Okay. So I think you guys have to find peace to meet this person. And maybe finding complete and total peace is not possible for some of you watching this. I don't want to, again, paint it like you have to completely heal from traumas that have altered your life. And I hope I'm not speaking in a manner where you guys are taking it that way, because that's not the manner in which I'm trying to communicate. But I think if we can, again, heal as much as we can, get to a place where we feel balanced as much as we can, I think only then can we bring in somebody into our life who is our ideal, right? Okay. And this isn't to say that you have to completely alter who you are and become like, I don't know, a Barbie or a supermodel. Like, you don't need to do all of that, because obviously, like, your ideal partner would want to love you for the person that you are. But I'm talking about healing the things that, again, are potentially going to bleed onto your partner. Can I please get, things need to be shaken up. Yeah, there needs to be action taken I'll read this one first because this card is always like kind of meh. We have Numos, this is mystery. The unknown, the unknowable, ESP, psychic abilities, cosmos, universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable, shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghost, other worlds, space, enigmas, occult, and intuition. Again, there's mystery around your love life, you guys. We have that here with the Neptune, which is something that I talked about a bit earlier, okay? We have Uranus, this is revolution, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakening, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, unexpected, rapture, edge, diversity, and lightning. This is telling you that your life is going to be completely turned upside down when you meet this person. I'm not saying when you meet this person. Prior to you meeting this person, your life's going to be completely upside down. You are going to alter many, many things in your life. This may be taking place over the course of a year. For a lot of you, and I'm not saying necessarily next year, let me be super clear, okay? Because this is a timeless reading, let me be super clear. This is going to take place, I feel personally, based on the information that I'm receiving, over the course of 12 to 15 months, okay? And again, I'm not saying the next 12 or 15 months because this is a timeless reading, but between 12 and 15 months, I feel like you guys are going to go through so much change, so much alterations taking place in your life that looking back at the end of the 15 months, you're going to be like, whoa, my life did a complete 180, like it completely turned around. We have Mars here, and this is action, desire, impulse, courage, force, heat, strength, competition, works out, excitement, thirst, impatient, anger, leadership, engine, potency, willpower, motor, and adult drive. So this is action. You're gonna have to take action. You cannot be complacent when it comes to your love life. You cannot be complacent when it comes to attracting your ideal person. If you allow yourself to kind of slip into the darkness, like that's where you'll remain, right? You cannot expect somebody to come and save you from your own chaos. Okay. Can I have... Guys, the way the messages are just starting to repeat. The universe wants you guys to take action, group number 2. Whether you want to do that or not is 100% up to you. You have free will. You could say, no, like this person did me wrong. I'm going to be angry for the rest of my life. I'm going to allow this to affect me for the rest of my life. That's fine. That is on you to do what you want to do with your life. But this is an encouragement for the people who pick this pile to take action towards healing, to take action towards becoming or facing the things internally that need to be faced, to go to war with yourself, okay? And I don't mean that literally like beating yourself up or being overly critical or aggressive with yourself, but facing the truth and facing yourself, facing what needs to be altered, what needs to be changed, and not being complacent, choosing to change, okay? We have Scorpio. And this is I transform. So, again, Scorpio's already showed up. Transformation needs to take place. And then we have the Grand Trine of Blessings. It feels like the energy is like through great struggle is great reward. It feels very Sagittarian. It feels very like you are going to have to do things that make you uncomfortable. You're going to have to face ugly truths about yourself, about the patterns that you have been exhibiting if you want to find change. And some of you who pick this pile are going to choose not to do that. Some of you guys are going to choose to be like, no, like it's not me, it's everybody else. And that's fine. Like that's okay. That's your journey, you know? But others of you, in invoking this change and being brave and choosing to go through this transformation and facing yourself, facing your shadow, facing the patterns that have been continuous, like that is how you are finding your freedom, and that is how you're finding your ideal partner. Because I feel like without doing that, it's going to be very difficult to have this commitment. It's going to be very difficult to live in an energy of peace and happiness. Oh, you guys are going to be hitting the jackpot. We have sudden wealth, great fortune, and a gift. You guys are going to be elevating through the transformation that you're choosing to do. Through choosing to do the work, you guys are being rewarded, okay? Again, not everybody's going to choose to do that, and that is okay. Okay. When is group 2 meeting their ideal partner? Oh. Nothing is yet set in stone, a mutable moon. You hold the power, group 2. Do not give your power away. Do not say, oh, well, because this person did this thing to me, I can never be lovable or I can never trust anybody. Do not give your power away. Okay? Just because your father abandoned you does not mean that your future partner is going to abandon you. Just because your first love broke your heart and cheated on you doesn't mean that every person's going to break your heart and cheat on you. Do not allow the villains in your story to win. Do not allow the people who have hurt you to allow you or to prevent you from finding your happiness, to prevent you from finding your happily ever after. Because at the end of the day, when you allow the negative things that have taken place in your life, the people who, again, are the villains in your story to take away your power and your ability to experience happiness, you're allowing them to win, and that's not okay. So nothing is set in stone. You guys still hold the power. We have bring love into the situation, a new moon in Aquarius. And we have a win-win outcome is forecast, a full moon in Libra, again, balance. A win-win outcome is forecast. And it feels very much like this. Like your guys' reading feels very much like the rough sea. It feels very aggressive. It feels scary and dark and lonely and cold. But it does feel like at the end of it, if we can get through the storm, it's going to be amazing. But we just have to face the storm. We just have to face the patterns that we keep continuing. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get a date for you guys, a month, a year. Scorpio and Aries stand out to me because there's a lot of Mars energy here and there's a lot of Pluto energy here. So Scorpio and Mars. Aquarius is also standing out to me. These could be significant signs that are playing a major role in this connection. It could also be playing a major role in the timeline. Okay, guys, I'm not getting a specific month or a specific date yet, so please let me see if I can get that through the bowl. Curvy / thick. Scar. Letting go. Single. 33 years of age. For those of you who are over the age 33, it's not to say that you've missed your mark or you've missed your ship, okay? But for those of you who are close to this age, for those of you who are coming up on a 33rd birthday, perhaps that is for you. We have check in. Works with animals. Potential. Broad shoulders. 1111. Creator. Light brown. That could be hair, eyes, skin complexion, early 20s. J and C. Now, going back to the early 20s really quick, you guys, this could be indicating an energy of the year 2020 through 2025, right? We are currently in the early 2020s. So this could be representing, again, that timeline. It could also be representing like you going through this healing process during your early 20s. Maybe you have healed yourself by the end of your early 20s. So again, 20 to 2025. If you're able to do that by the age of 25, that is remarkable. You should pat yourself on the back majorly because that's absolutely incredible. That is what I have for you guys. Group number 2. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you. I really do appreciate it. I'm sending you guys an abundance of love. I hope that this reached you well, and that is all I got. So group number 3, welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead and get started. Aries and Capricorn. Hello, Aries. Hello, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. Aries and Leo. Hello, Aries. Hello, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising. Cancer and Scorpio. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Scorpio. I love when I see Cancer and Scorpio come out just because I'm a Cancer and I adore and love Scorpios so much. So It always puts a smile on my face. All right. Okay. Whew. Can I please get a message for group number 3 in regards to when are they meeting their ideal partner? Okay. Symbolically, you guys, I'm seeing a lot of like equality taking place, and like I want to say like courtroom energy. Some of you who picked this pile are like aspiring lawyers, or maybe you want to be a judge, maybe you want to work in the legal system in some way, shape, or form, but that's coming up pretty strongly for some of you. That energy is coming up in general, but like for some of you, that's because it's connected to your career. Anyways. It could also be that there is like a reckoning happening for you guys. I feel really weird using that word, but it feels like a reckoning or some type of I don't know, for some reason I'm getting like biblical messages of Moses and the plague going through and taking all the firstborn children. I know this is like such a random message coming through about when you're meeting your ideal partner, but it feels like there's something that's like, this is wrong, and something that was wrong being made right. During that time period is when you're meeting your ideal partner. There's also a bit of confusion. I'm not sure if it's confusion or if it's just uneasiness around a decision that needs to be made, but when is group 3 meeting their ideal partner? Definitely some of you guys are meeting this person in law school. That is so odd. Okay. If you insist. Okay, so again, it does seem like there was some type of like something done wrong to you. This came up in the last pile as well. I'm not reading this for you guys as heartbreak necessarily or like life-altering heartbreak. This feels a little bit lighter. The way I'm almost seeing this, you guys, this is again like really specific, and this isn't going to apply to all of you, but I'm almost seeing this as like you applied to go to a certain university or to a college or whatever, and you got rejected, and then the one that you got accepted to, you were not perhaps the most excited about. You were like, oh, bummed, like I didn't get into the university that I wanted. But it's like, this is actually a really good thing. That's what this is feeling like. I feel like it's freeing you up for your destiny. It's like something that you were anticipating, something you were excited for, ultimately was not meant for you, and that rejection or that sadness, that disappointment that's coming with that rejection is putting you on the path to your destiny. It's freeing you up from something that was going to shackle you, okay? We have justice. So this is balance, and this is again something that was done wrong to you made right. So it's like not receiving the college offer or the university that you wanted to. The one that you will get accepted to, it's like that's going to make you getting rejected feel like it was worth it, or feel like, okay, like this was actually so good for me. Obviously, this does not have to be university, you guys. This could also be going through a divorce, which obviously would mean heartbreak, but through that divorce, you'd be freed up, or you'd be in an energy of having more freedom. Justice coming in, that freeing you up for fairness, or for, again, like a reckoning. Something that was done wrong to you being made right. It's like, oh, your husband left you? Well, you're getting a better husband. Or your job fired you? That's fine, because you're getting a higher paying job, or you're gonna be able to work for yourself, or you're gonna be able to move to freaking Milan and like retire. You know, like it's giving me that type of energy. It's like, oh, like that's so sad that your heart's broken, or that you didn't receive the offer that you wanted, or you didn't get to go to the location that you were hoping to go to. But it's like in that rejection, or in that hurt and that pain, you were able to obtain freedom that then puts you in a position that was better than where you were. We also have the Two of Swords. This is a crossroads. This is telling me that you're going to have decisions to make at the time in which you guys are meeting your ideal partner. You guys are going to have decisions to make. And ultimately, when it comes to this crossroads, when it comes to this decision, you absolutely have to listen to your heart. You absolutely have to listen to your intuition. If you ignore your intuition, if you ignore what your heart, what your intuition is telling you, you are going to regret it. Okay, you guys? Now, for those of you who have anxiety, that does not go for you, because anxiety and intuition can get very kerfuffled for people who have anxiety. We have Judgment, all right? Judgment is talking about moral compasses. This could also be talking about judging yourself, or feeling judged by others, feeling like you have all these eyes on you. With this card, I do feel like you are reaping what you have sowed, group number 3. And for some of you, that may be really, really bad. For others of you, that's amazing. So I'm kind of having a hard time deciphering which coin to land this on. I'm going to go out on a branch with the cards that come up after this and say that for most of you, this is a really good thing, that this judgment's coming in, that you are reaping what it is that you have sown. We have the 8 of coins. This is repetition, doing something over and over and over again until we perfect it. All right. So for some of you, you're going on date after date after date and you're exhausted and you're tired and you're like, I want to stop dating because everyone is a loser and I hate everyone. Don't give up. Keep going. All right. The more you put yourself out there, you guys, the more you go on dates, the more you can shuffle through the people who you thought you were interested in, turns out you weren't interested in. You know, you're going through the deck, you're going through the pile, all right? And the faster you do that, or the sooner you put yourself in that position, the more likely you are to meet somebody who is going to show you interest, or you will show interest to them, right? I feel like there's an energy here of repetition. For some of you, again, this is indicating you meeting this person in university. And again, I feel like with the Justice and the Judgment, especially for those of you who are interested in practicing law of some sort, or criminal justice, or criminal science, or something to that effect, that may be relevant. With this 8 of coins, though, this is repetition, doing something over and over again. Either representing education or representing going on a lot of dates and shuffling through people until we meet the person who is right for us. We have the 7 of coins. This is hard work. You guys are going to be working really, really hard when you meet your ideal partner. I don't know if you're working really, really hard at education, work, or in dating. Could be all 3. Or it could just be one, but you guys are working and putting in a lot of effort. You are, again, oh my God, reaping what you sow, okay? Your seeds that you have planted, you are about to find out how much effort you put into the harvest, all right? If you don't show up and water your plants, you're going to get a lame harvest. You're not going to get a very good harvest. So for those of you who've been doing the work, who've been showing up, you've been watering your plants, and you've been like, gosh dang, I'm tired, and I'm not seeing very much progress with my plants. This is a good sign that like your hard work's paying off, especially because going back to the Judgment card, like it was just giving me very much like you're reaping what you have sown. And then now looking at this again, we have the little sow. They're sewing with the needle and the thread. So I don't know. I feel like that is very relevant for your guys' reading. We've got the Sovereign of Cups again. Your intuition, group number 3, is highly, highly important at this time. Listen to your intuition, okay? Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt your intuition. Again, if you have anxiety, if you have mental health struggles, maybe ask a friend. Call in a friend. Call in a family member, a trusted ally, okay? Don't put all that on yourself, because I feel like it's very easy to be like, listen to your intuition, without considering the fact that some people are struggling with their mental health, and like, it's difficult to listen to your intuition if you're struggling up here, right? Right. So phone a friend if you need a friend to talk to bounce your intuition off, or what it is that's going on upstairs off, to see if you should be following your instincts or if it is just anxiety. We have the Seeker of Cups, all right? And the Seeker of Cups, you guys, I'm so sorry. The Seeker of Cups is talking about a romantic offer coming in. So what I'm getting is, again, we are reaping what it is we have sown. We are receiving our harvest. Some of you did not show up. Some of you didn't clock into work. All right. Some of you are going to receive your harvest and you're going to be like, that's it. That's it, girly pop. Don't know what to tell you. For those of you who've shown up and you've watered your plants, you are going to be reaping a good harvest. Justice is here. Judgment is here. The 8 of Coins is here. All these cards are indicating like the effort that you have put forth is the effort that you're about to get back. So let's go ahead and get into the astrology cards. I get a message for that. Gemini, curiosity, intellect, networking. Again, education showing up here with Gemini. Networking could be social networking or networking for your career. Now, Gemini, oftentimes people refer to Gemini as the twins. I don't disagree with that, but I see Gemini, the archetype of Gemini, more so connected to a mirror, okay? I believe that Geminis mirror people. So again, like, who you are is about to be reflected back to you in regards to your love life, in regards to your ideal partner. So the partners that you're attracting is a reflection of you. So if you're not attracting your ideal partner, guys, it's time to turn the focus in here. Now, again, for the majority of you, I do feel like you have done that. And you are reflecting a positive image. You are reflecting what it is you want to receive. In doing this, again, I do believe through networking, you are going to receive that. We have opposition. This is an imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Hold on. There's so much. Libra, Gemini. Okay, we will see what else. I'm sorry, opposition, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle, okay? A power struggle. So again, I am just seeing this as justice coming in. I'm seeing this as the scales being balanced, okay? We have the 9th house, or the house. Why does it say house 9? 9th house. We have the 9th house. This is spiritual growth. This is higher education. So again, for those of you who are in university, it's very possible you're meeting this person in university, college, whatever you want to call it, a trade school perhaps. This could also be indicating travel, you guys, or you and this person coming from different cultural backgrounds. Now, I want to say something. For those of you who are in Canada, who are in the United States, who are in Mexico, all right, I feel like our countries, our borders are rather large. So maybe it's not necessarily that this person's coming from a different country, but perhaps a different coast or a different region. For those of you who are in Europe, your borders are a bit more, you know, it's a little easier for you guys to go to country to country to country in regards to, like, you know, you can hop on a plane 2 hours later, be in a different country. You can't really do that here unless you're going up or down. So for those of us in the North America, I was like, wait, what is our continent? Stop. North America, it could be that this person's just from a different region than yourself, all right? Or like Asia, right? I guess that's, again, different countries though. There's like a bunch of... Anyways, moving forward. We have Venus. This is give and receive, love, find value, see beauty. I think that this group, out of all the groups, I feel like you guys are going to most likely be receiving your ideal partner sooner rather than later. I'm not getting an exact date, you guys. I feel like the first pile was the only pile that I've really gotten a very clear, like, date, but we will see as we go on if we can get that for you guys as well. When is group number 3? We've got Taurus. Okay, the 6th house of craft. This is work. So for a lot of you, you may be meeting this person at work. This is work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. The reason why I'm saying that is because there is a lot of messaging here that has to do with, again, like showing up to water your plants. So the 6th house of craft. We have sextile. This is opportunity. It says collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, synergizes, creates possibilities for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. Sextile opportunity. We have Taurus as well. This is the bombshell. It says earthy, practical, steadfast, productive, fertile, tactile, ample, worthy, ripe, pleasure-seeking, sensuous, blooming, solid, possessive, tenacious, loyal, patient, and deliberate. So, all right. Here's the thing, guys. This is what I'm getting, okay? Like, period, point blank. When are you meeting this person? I think you're meeting this person at a point in your life where, again, you have shown up, you have done all the hard work, and you are ready to, like, I'm getting my, oh my God, he scared me so bad. I was like, why is there a monster behind me? He was over there. And then, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. That was spooky. Let's go ahead and pull some more. Essentially, I feel like you guys are reaping what you have sown. That is the only message that I'm getting in regards to a timeline. You have reaped, or you are reaping what it is that you have sowed. You are receiving the energy, the effort that you have put out. Can I please get a timeline for group? Stop it. Can I please get a timeline? Straight, just time. Waiting, cycles, moments. I'm going to need something more specific. I'm going to keep pulling until I can get that specific answer, guys. We have finality, farewells, leaving behind, and closure. Again, for some of you, you could be meeting your ideal partner after you finally leave your trash husband. Some of you could be meeting your ideal partner after you finally tell your boss, you're not paying me what I deserve and you're making me work all these extra hours and I'm taking on the role of 3 different employees instead of just one, my role, and I'm not doing this anymore. Goodbye. Finality. I'm done. So yeah, establishing boundaries could be playing a role for you guys in regards to when you're meeting them. I really, really want a timeline. Can I? Sorrow, loss, grief, depression. There may be loss. I don't think it's going to be a major loss, you guys. Again, if I'm being honest, it seems like what's being taken away is being replaced with something better. When is group 3 meeting their ideal partner? South Node. This is a release. All right, Gemini season. This is end of May, early June. Perfect. I got a date. I now feel very secure in saying this. I feel like Gemini energy showed up in the... Did Gemini show up in the dice as well? I feel like it did. Perhaps it did not. Gemini's here twice. This is the only sign that I feel like it's come up twice in the reading thus far. Perhaps Taurus energy as well. Maybe Taurus season could be the time in which you're meeting this person, but the end of May, the beginning of June could be very significant for when you are meeting this person, okay? We also have the 10th house. This is authorities. Again, some of you guys, it feels to me that a lot of you are meeting your ideal partner through the means of your work. For some of you, it's going to be, oh, I'm in university, I am in law school, or I am practicing criminal justice, or I want to like become a forensic scientist, analysis. I don't know. But it's giving me like we're meeting at work. We're meeting in an education environment. We're meeting in that type of energy, okay? It doesn't feel like we're out with Susie Lou and we're like, hoo-hoo, love of my life, hello. It doesn't feel like that. So it feels more professional and buttoned up is what I'm trying to communicate. The environment of where you guys are meeting. That could obviously be different for some of you, but I feel like for most of you, that's what it is. I don't know why I pulled from this deck. I didn't pull from this deck for literally any other group. We have open your heart. It says it will help you attract more love. Open your heart, group number 3. That's why. Patience. Just a few more months. Good things come to those who wait. I love that it says just a few more months. May/June. That's in the next, like, what? 7-ish months. That's not that long. Okay, so I don't want you all to take this as like, oh, I'm meeting my ideal partner in the next 7-ish months. I don't want you to take it like that. But be on the lookout, because for a lot of you, this could be the case. But patience. All right. Let's get this deck. Can I please get... Gosh dang. Okay. The 9th house again. So Sagittarius season is going to be significant for some of you as well. That is now. that is December. That is the end of November. So if you met somebody or you started connecting to somebody in a more profound way at the end of November or the beginning of December, very possible that that is going to be the person who is your ideal person that you are going to be in a relationship with. Again, though, this could be indicating that you guys come from different regions, all right? Different areas. You guys grew up in a different environment. So we have Pluto. This is transformation. Transformations obviously could be taking place for you guys in regards to the timeline in which you are meeting this person. I'm not seeing that as anything too significant because that's only showed up once. So we have a Jupiter return. This is benefits. Again, the seeds that you have watered are flourishing, group 3. You are about to see your hard work, the energy, the effort that you have poured into yourself. You're about to see it pay off. Okay. We have the 12th house of escape. This is subconscious energy. This is spiritual energy. This is the enemies that we have that we do not see. All right. And again, I feel like you guys, group number 3, are spiritually protected. So the people who have done you wrong are about to get it. Okay. And you don't need to do anything. Karma is about to do her thing. She's about to do her job. You guys just need to sit back and sit pretty and focus on you and flourishing. That is what I want you guys to do, group 3. We also have the grand cross. This is the provoker. I'm almost seeing this as like a chain events, right? It's like one domino falling over that is setting off a chain reaction or a chain of events. May I please okay, so guess who we have here yet again? Gemini. So again, the end of May, the beginning of June, look out for your ideal partner, group 3. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. End of May, early June. You are very close to achieving your goal. See, this is confirmation for me that, again, out of all the piles that I've read for today, it feels like you guys are the closest. You guys, so honestly, if you're watching this right now, if you're watching this in 2023, I would best be expecting them at any point, okay? At any point, I would best be expecting them. We have, it's time to release negativity. Yes, you guys, okay, your blessing here, you guys, is you are being freed of the negativity. You are releasing the heavy energy. You are letting go of the drama, of the chaos, of the people who are dragging you down. I feel like this is a time for you guys, again, for your flower to flourish. All right. One final message. All right. We have concern. Some of you guys are concerned. There's nothing that anyone can literally do about that. Again, if you have anxiety, don't always trust your intuition. All right, guys, always bounce it off of somebody else to make sure that it's not your anxiety speaking. You need confirmation on whether or not it's your anxiety or whether or not it's your intuition. All right. So do not allow your internal worries to bring you down or to make you feel like you are not going to meet your ideal partner ever. Don't let your internal worries or fears make you feel like this is never happening, because that is only perpetuating a negative cycle. We have a child. I don't know if any of you guys have children or if this person who's coming into your life is going to give you children. We have the main male and a wealthy man. Okay, love. Let's see if we can get a year. Let's see if we can get a time. Let's see if we can get a place or descriptions on this person. September's here. Okay. 2027. For some of you, you're meeting your ideal partner in 2027. Specifically for those of you who are on the younger side, it's very possible that you are going to be waiting until 2027 to meet your ideal partner. Now, that does not mean that you're not going to be dating from now until 2027. That just means that you may not be dating your ideal partner until 2027. We have age 25. Again, for some of you, you're going to be the age 25 when you meet this person. We have moving on. We have big eyes. We have piercing, big hands, light brown hair, eyes, skin complexion. September, Sagittarius. Okay, so the 3 months that are standing out, it's interesting to me that you guys got 3 months: the end of November, the beginning of December, September, the month as a whole, and then the end of May to the beginning of June. A lot of people must have picked pile 3. You are ready to take on the world. We have a faded haircut. We have thick lashes. And last but not least, we have Taurus. So honorable mention, Taurus season may also be significant for when you are meeting this person. But the main months I'm getting that keep coming up over and over and over again is, again, Gemini season, end of May, beginning of June, Sagittarius season, now, end of November, beginning of December, and then September showed up, so that may also be relevant. Virgo, Libra, okay? So that is what I have for you guys. Group number 3. When are you meeting your ideal partner? To me, it seems to be relatively soon. Out of all the piles, this pile seems to me like you are meeting this person within the next 8 months. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Group number 3. I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. I'm sending you a big hug.